what do we get from this virgin birth story, okay? Virgin birth, is this a unique happening? Well, if you ask almost any Christian, they go, yeah, Jesus born of the Virgin Mary, and nobody else, you know, they don't realize. There's like 30 of them. And I can name a few. I've got a whole list, but I'll name the ones that I can remember off the top of my head. Jesus, I remember him. Buddha was born of a Virgin Mary. Hercules, Zeus was his father, born of a virgin woman. Okay? Aesculapius in Greece, as well as Plato and Pythagoras. All right? In South America, Quetzalcoatl and Thomas. Now, they didn't have the internet back there. They could not communicate across the Atlantic Ocean back in those days. People didn't travel 50 miles from their homes in the entire lifetimes. So where do these stories come from? And again, there are many. Even Cyrus, the king of Persia, is said to be born of a virgin. He was a brilliant engineer, had aqueducts. As a matter of fact, they didn't use aqueducts. They used river tables, the water tables, and they drilled down into them in order to bring water into Persia. He was brilliant. Pythagoras, first God geometrized. That's Pythagoras. He did the Pythagorean theorem. Born of a virgin. Now, what's going on? How come we don't hear about this anymore? And are the gods stealing our women? I don't think there's much that we could do about it if that was the case, but we have three options, okay? Number one, they're all true. Could be. We cannot disprove them. We cannot prove that Jesus was not born of a virgin, because nobody remembers, okay? And that story didn't come out until about 325 AD. People know of the Nicene Creed, the Council of Nice. Constantine decided that he could not subjugate Rome to a man, and he wanted to unite and stop the infighting. That's been a hotbed for thousands of years out there. Okay, so he said, Jesus is a god, then I'll do it. And then Rome adopted and allowed Christianity, and they stopped persecuting it. Okay, so second possibility, they're all nuts. This didn't happen, all right? We can't say Jesus was, but Aesculapius was not, and neither was Thomas. The rest of them hallucinated. I'm sorry, I don't give myself, and I've heard people say it, but I don't give myself that kind of latitude, okay? We're trying to be logical, and we're trying to look at this and use reason, which is why a lot of people move away from the church, and why these types of places are wonderful, where open thought and open inquiry, I was almost going to say inquisition, but that has a different connotation. Open inquiry is welcomed, okay? Third possibility, it doesn't matter. Because they're trying to tell us something. Virgin birth is the birth of physical purity. Okay? When you get on the path of probation, you begin by purifying your body. Okay? Purifying your body, your emotions, your mind, and giving them as a gift to your soul. You are here for your soul's expression. Tony talked about the soul putting probes down this afternoon into the physical world. You're a probe. But you forgot. We send the Martian probe out, and we send it to Mars, and it lands, and it thinks it's a Martian. And it just lives its life out there. That's what it's like. And over time, maybe it decides to throw up the antenna and see if there's anybody listening. And then we're trying to get you, and you guys just sitting here are throwing up your antenna and trying to make that communication happen. All right? So the virgin birth, the birthing initiation, is a birth of physical purity. Now what happens next? 3 guys show up. I said 5, but it's 3. 3 men show up. Why 3? Why not 5, 2, 8? This was an event of the lifetime, right? Jesus is born. We should all go. Well, 3 guys show up. What do they bring? They bring gifts, right? I'm cracking them up. I hope that's good. They bring gifts. What's the first gift? A little interaction here. Somebody. Gold. Everybody knows that. Gold. What does gold represent? Material wealth. Matter. It comes from the earth, literally. Gold. It's your possessions, your physical body as well. What's the second one? Frankincense. Okay, everybody knows this story. That's why we use it. What is frankincense? It's incense. Literally sap out of a tree. And they burn it and it makes smoke. Well, the smoke, the incense, rises as aspirations rise, they say, to the feet of the master. So aspirations are emotional, devotional. So that's your emotional nature. And then myrrh. Myrrh, I didn't know this, but myrrh is bitters. And bitterness, the principle of bitterness, pertains to the mind. As Tony was saying about karma, there's no good karma, there's no bad karma. Nothing is of intrinsic value of its own. It's what we assign to it. So bitterness is based on our thoughts, to the principle of our minds. So now we have the three disciples, and who are they? Balthazar. They're you. Not three of you, the threefold nature of each of you. So you bring your physical wealth, your possessions, your body, and this is a possession. This is not you. This is a tool and an instrument. And you bring your emotional nature and your love and your devotion, and you bring your mind. Although a lot of religions ask that you leave your mind at the door. We don't do that. And I don't think you guys do that here. Okay? Otherwise we'd be laughing and feeling good about things. Because when we act out of concert with each other, in ourselves we're three. That's disharmony. I want to do this, but I know that's the right thing. And if I do it anyway, I'm acting out of harmony with everything. You got to know and feel and act in harmony. They talk about alignment, but harmony is a better phrase for it.